What's going on, everybody? Team Tommie, a.k.a. Mr. Pickles, a.k.a. the Slender Black Man, boy too nice to my left, and we are the No Refunds podcast. On today's docket, we're getting out of the friend zone, going into the strip club, and we might even pay some bills. But before we get started, Sir Too Nice.
What's going on?
How was your week, man?
She was cool, man.
What'd you do?
Work from
I gotta
home.
make it. I'm sorry, not to cut you off. I know I just asked you a question. I gotta make a pact to myself to stop laughing so much because ain't shit funny, evidently, according to one text message that I received last week. So I'm going to.
You call her a bitch?
I'm going to stone face from now on. So.
Did you call her a bitch?
How was your week, man?
My week was cool, man. I work from home and shit. You know what I'm saying? That means I was playing and bullshit.
So you work like every day from home?
About 4 days out the week from home.
It's only like 5 work days and shit.
I know. That shit is amazing.
Stop. I'm not. I can't laugh. Stone face. Ain't shit that funny.
How was your week, my nigga?
Let's see. I'm fully healthy. Like last week, I was kind of recovered from the sickness that I had, whatever was going on, from me giving myself a concussion to me having a
you gave yourself. You're not gonna speak past that, like you just said.
Well, we talked about it. Like
you gave yourself a concussion.
We talked about that like 2 weeks ago when I didn't have my voice. When I had the when I broke down the week that I went through when I was shaking my head to get the to get the curls, yeah, that was too much. Curl. So I'm fully recovered from there. I still can't make like high pitched voices, but we don't need all that for the podcast.
Why would you need to?
Because
you practice to make.
Because I like practice. Because I like to be extra when I'm like talking.
So you home, you just making high pitched voices and shit.
You know how like the dude from
no,
you know how like the pimp from
I don't know.
The little pimp dude from the Marlins brothers, the Wayans brothers.
No.
You don't remember that dude? You remember the dude from the Wayans brothers?
TC?
Yeah. I can't go as high pitched as that dude, but I'm working on it. Other than that, I didn't do anything this last week, but this week coming up, like by the time y'all see this episode, it'll be like probably like tomorrow or whatever, Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Going to the LMA. No, Wednesday I'm going to the LMA concert in Philly.
Where?
Yeah, I'm gonna be Badu. Boot up.
Nah, her new song is fire though.
Yeah, got the trip. Yeah, LMA is fire. Of course, I'm gonna promote that every time I get a chance to. But I'm going to the concert on Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out whether I should rent an Airbnb.
You heard she dating Kehlani?
So I'm trying to rent an Airbnb for either Wednesday or Thursday or like Wednesday to Friday. So I'll be in Philly. I'll be in Philly for Wednesday for sure.
You rent an Airbnb?
Thursday I might stay in Philly because I don't like being home. So yeah, I might.
You don't rent the whole
I saw
Airbnb
some nice Airbnb. I saw some nice Airbnbs for like the low.
You ain't saying the word.
Only thing is, if you check in on Airbnb, if you check in check-in is like 3:00 and check out is like 11. So if you do it for one day,
in the morning?
Yeah, 11 in the morning. So if you check in for one day, you gotta check out at 11. You gotta check out early as shit. So you don't really get to enjoy.
11 is normal though. Like
it's normal for a hotel, but it's like Airbnb. Like I get it, but
see, I'm not very astute to the whole Airbnb shit.
No, so. Airbnb is dope. If you ever try to,
I heard it's cheaper than hotels.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you gotta tell me.
If you ever want to go to a place, save some money, rent yourself, or go to an Airbnb, which is most of the time. Well, it depends on what you choose. They have options of either.
They got like the big ass ones.
They got options if you can either rent an entire home for however long you want it to be for. You can rent an apartment, or not rent, but you can stay in an apartment for however long you want to stay in for. And they also have this weird thing, which I did one time, where you can like stay in a room, which is attached to somebody else's. Yeah.
So like you go into the bathroom. And, hey, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
That
was weird. That was weird as shit. Don't do that.
That's
Definitely
like a carpool.
If you're going to Airbnb, do not do like a guest room, like a small room. Make sure you do an entire apartment or an entire house or a townhouse to get the best Airbnb experience. So what I was looking at was like entire apartments or entire houses.
A house.
Yeah, just because I like having space.
So you having a party or something?
No, it's gonna be me.
Oh, you and somebody.
It's gonna be me. So it's gonna be me. So
that
way, I don't have to.
I ain't no snitch.
I don't gotta talk to nobody. I don't see nobody else. I just spread my wings and fly and be butt ass naked in somebody else's home.
I see what you did there.
Somebody else's home.
Somebody else's presence.
Exactly. So, pro tip: Airbnb, entire apartment or entire home. Never do partial homes or partial rooms if you're ever going to do an Airbnb. But also do Airbnb because it's cheaper than doing an apartment. That was your fun fact for the week. So let's jump into the topics for today. The major topic on discussion. You ready for it? All right.
Okay, going on.
We're going to do the lifelong question, which is never going to get answered, but we're going to do our best to answer it today. Well, it's gonna come from two dudes: light skin versus dark skin. What's your preference? I'll put that twice. Which do you prefer? Yeah, what's your preference and what's your experiences with light skinned women opposed to light skin or not light skin, dark skinned women?
So I don't mind.
I know we're on the opposite end of. Sorry, not to cut you off. I know we're on the opposite end of things. So you go first. You give your insight, and I'll give my insight. I
don't mind. I've dated both in my life. Currently, my fiance is light skinned. And the last few women I've dated have also been light skinned, but it's not like it was a choice. It just kind of happened that way.
Ratio, well, literal number wise, how many women have you dated that are dark skinned? How many
the number, fucking no.
Sounds like 1 to 10.
More is more. Okay, ratio. 7 to 2, maybe something like that. You know what I mean? So
7 to 2,
maybe ratio wise.
Fair enough.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's not necessarily. I don't go after somebody because they're light skinned. It's usually their personality, that type of shit.
So you like light skinned personality?
No, but there's more to a personality of a light skinned girl than just the stereotypes.
No, the stereotypes are real.
The stereotypes are real. I'm gonna be honest.
The stereotypes are real.
The stereotypes are real. And a lot of times they're not fucking worth it. I dated some light skinned girls who fit all the stereotypes. Like, we're fucking dating and you ain't say my number. What the fuck is wrong with you?
She got you under the 609 area code and a bunch of numbers afterwards.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Even worse, she might have you under like where y'all met at, or like an emoji, or like women do this thing evidently where if they want to ignore you, they put your name as something that's obviously it's obvious that they don't want to answer. I've been
ignored before. I've been ignored a few times.
Hey man, it happens.
Not just light skinned shit. I've been ignoring somebody's phone a few times, but it's whatever.
Well, you're annoying, so that makes sense.
Good.
Also, you're very persistent person.
Well, it depends. In a relationship, it's different. I'm not persistent in relationships very much.
You're not going hard in a relationship. That's stupid. Don't do that.
No, not that. I'm not.
You want to make sure
hard.
you keep.
No, but I don't like. See, when it comes to shit like that, I don't like being a person putting in all the effort, and then it's not reciprocated. So it depends on how much effort I'm getting. If I'm getting minimum, I'm giving minimum. I try to do that whole eye for an eye shit because shit can get messy when it's the other way around. And that goes for both sides. If I'm dating a woman and she's doing too much, I'm not going to let her continue to do too much. I'll probably just like, oh, this is not cool. It's not going to work out.
I mean, if that's their personality, then you can't stop
them. Like that shit.
I don't like that shit at all. You can't stop them from being them. Like, I agree with you. I'm not like with the whole close being all up under you personality type deal. Like I said a few minutes ago, I like my space. So if a woman is all up under me, like I can't get with that. But I can't blame her for being that type of person. Like if you're that type of person where you have to be underneath somebody, or if you just enjoy their company, then I don't blame you for being that. Like
I don't blame you, but that shit is, you have to realize like you cannot consume every minute of somebody's life.
And there are a lot of females out there that like
to do that shit. Like, yo, what are you doing? You just got off of work. Why are you here? you gotta go to class in the morning. You have no free time. Like, I understand you want your free time to be with the person that you're dating, especially when you're in a honeymoon period. I think that's when it really gets tricky because the honeymoon period, everything seems perfect, but it never really is. It just hasn't, like, you just haven't got to the core yet. You haven't got to what the person really is yet.
I guess I don't know, but if you've been in a relationship long enough, you would know, because I can't vouch for living with somebody, but I'd assume that once you are in a relationship for a certain amount of time, you tend to learn other person's tendencies, so you know what sets them off and what doesn't set them off, and how they like to be around you. You'll know that person before you commit to obviously living with them. So I wouldn't say all that. One thing I would say is the thing about like clingy chicks in general. We'll get back to the topic of light skin versus dark skin. But the thing about clingy chicks is it's weird. Like they get mad at you for doing basic shit. Like they'll get mad at you for being at work when they know that you're at work because they can't spend time around you. They get mad at you for not being around. Like
I think that's you. That might just be just
no. Like it might just be.
I think it might just be my
situation. Like you know that I'm at work. You know when I get off work.
Oh, you working again?
I'm driving home.
What you need money for?
I stay at home for most of the time, and like I don't go out. I don't do nothing shady. So why are you pressuring me? You know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm at, and what I'm going to be doing at certain hours of the day. So don't get mad at me because you can't talk to me for a certain amount of time. That's just the way my life is set up.
It's a thin line between clingy and crazy.
It is a very thin line.
It's a very thin line.
Right next
so
to each other.
I think that right there, that was more so straddling the fence on the crazy side. You can't get mad at somebody for going to work. What the fuck is that?
You also can't call a girl crazy to her face because she'll...
No, absolutely not.
Not only will she deny
it depends on the level
like,
of crazy, though.
She'll try to question you as to why you think she's crazy, which is in and of itself a crazy thing to do.
It depends on the level of crazy, though. Like, if you're dealing with somebody who might potentially fuck your car up or your personal belongings, no, don't even play like that. But if you have somebody who's like, who wouldn't ever go that level, fuck it. Fuck it.
But then you don't know how
That's the
crazy
extreme level.
You don't know how crazy a person is until after you get into
That's
a situation with them.
You know, they give you little subtle hints. Every single girl gives you subtle hints.
But you
They
gotta
might
be
even
around.
tell you
You gotta be
stories,
around
yeah.
them long enough for them to give you hints.
Yeah, but you're not pissing them off the whole way around.
I mean, I'm the
You
same
are.
person.
I wouldn't think so. Like,
I'm the same person through and through. So the same person that you met the day one, or so I'm a person where.
But it's the difference, though.
I lied. I'm not the same person once you meet me. When you meet me, I'm very complimentary of you. I'm very humble. I'm very nice to you. Essentially, literally,
So
like
you
the
just mean,
day, yeah, the day after, or like a couple of weeks after I get to know you, and I'm
after
cool
you
with
smash.
you. No, and I'm cool with you. Like that's when I start being not like a mean asshole, but just an asshole in general, where I'm making fun, just fun of your personality, just the way that you operate, and I'm having a good time just joking with you. And some people don't know how to take that properly.
Yeah,
And that's
like,
when you'll start to see the signs of them
crazy.
reacting to you out of pocket, essentially.
I'm trying to stab you and shit. I'm sorry, but like getting
Have
threatened.
you ever been has anybody ever tried to stab you? Because it sounds like a personal experience. I don't think anybody has ever tried to stab me. I'm pretty sure some people have wanted to stab me, but it makes sense. I'm a jerk.
I've been threatened, and every time I get threatened, oh my god, that shit is sexy. I like getting threatened.
That's why I used to like starting, because I don't do it anymore. I used to like starting arguments. It's also why I like to play devil's advocate sometimes. So even if I agree with somebody, I just like to play like I'm dumb, and like I like to play the other side of the fence, just so I want to see their reaction. Because you're right, like when a female is mad, sometimes for some reason that's like sexy as hell to men, and that turns people on. So I used to like to argue with people just so I can get them riled up, and that way the sex after that is like amazing.
But a lot of times, girls never really show you they. The reason I like to get girls mad is because they'll be telling you bullshit, but when you get them mad, that truth come out. That truth come out. Everything they've been mad about that whole week, all that shit that they passionate about, all that shit comes out when they mad. So
Especially if alcohol is involved.
that's different.
It might come out even sooner.
If they mad and alcohol, that's a different story. I like
Yeah.
separately. I'll deal with it
Separate
when
the
you
sober anger
alcohol
from the
and
drunk
mad.
anger.
Oh, you might fuck some shit up. No, I just feel like busting out your car windows. Wait, why would you do that?
No,
No,
don't
I'm
do
fucking
that.
bust out your car windows.
I gotta take
Look.
you out on dates and shit, so why would you bust out my windows? So we both gotta be cold in the wintertime. Don't do that. Back on topic.
Okay.
Light skin versus dark skin. Preference wise, you say light skin.
I mean, I can't really say preference wise because I've dated both and I don't mind dating both. But my majority I've always ended up with light skinned girls, and it's not conscious. It just happens. Like I can be attracted to somebody and not really be interested in them in that way because of their personality. But if I'm attracted to you and your personality is on point, then it's a go from there.
Scenario, because you don't know the personality when you first meet them. Scenario.
You gotta get to know somebody.
You
first.
see a light skinned girl in the club who's bad as hell,
Okay.
and you see a dark skinned girl in the club that's bad as hell. Which one are you more likely to approach?
in the
in that
approach you try to
situation.
dance with.
Approach. What? Same shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
If it was
You
just
have to
dancing
approach
with-
somebody in order to
If I
dance
get,
with them.
no, you don't. Come on, nigga. We've been to way too many clubs.
You gotta approach them whether it's
Ah,
from,
but it's- okay,
whether it's from in
but-
front of them or it's behind them. You gotta approach
But
them somehow.
approaching somebody, like when you put in that type of thing, is different. It's like I'm trying to talk to them and shit. In the club, you don't want to talk to anybody. But if I'm just trying to dance with somebody, I probably might dance with a dark skin girl because there might be a higher chance of me not getting rejected.
You are a goddamn liar.
every time that we've been to the clubs and the times that
every time we've ever been to a club, you've only ever pointed out light skinned chicks to me. I never seen you point out a dark skinned chick and say, yo, she's bad, unless you pointed her out for me.
That's not true.
Because you know my preference.
That's because she would be with a friend. That friend, okay, so I like her friend. Tommie like the dark skinned girl. Boom, there we go. It was more so a tag team effort. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's because you're more attracted to light skinned girls. Don't try to front like you're a pro.
I mean, I like
you're pro dark skin, like you're pro dark skin girls.
I am. Because I've dated a ton of dark skinned girls.
You said 2.
I said the ratio was 7-2. That's a fucking ratio. That's like a fucking. That's not the same.
How many girlfriends you done had, Malcolm?
Listen, man.
7-2 sound like 9 to me. That sounds like way too many girlfriends for one. That sounds like a lot of light skins as opposed to dark skins, because that's more than double, almost triple.
Yeah, I mean,
it is triple, almost quadruple. So yeah, you prefer light skin. I myself prefer dark skinned women, and the reason being, just my personal experiences.
You used to prefer dark.
No. You're right. You're right. My personal experience in the past with light skinned girls is that they get this thing about them. They got this attitude about them that because they're light skinned, I don't know whether it's not because they've been fed compliments throughout their entire life, or just because they get the stigmatism that light skinned girls are prettier in general or prettier than dark skinned girls. But they have this attitude about them where they think that they're better than some people. At least some of them think that they're better than some people. And it's not a fact of me liking dark skin over light skin. It's the fact that the light skinned women that I've dealt with in the past, that situation or that attitude of you looking or seeming like you're better than somebody else, I hate that attitude in general, whether you're light skinned or dark skinned. The only thing is, I've only seen that attitude in most light skinned women where they feel like they're better than somebody just based on the way that they look. So I'm more prone to be attracted to dark skinned women, one, because I think they're beautiful in general. I think it might be a thing because I like chocolate. My sister asked me that one time. She was like, why you prefer dark skinned women? I'm like, I don't fucking know. She asked me, is it because you like chocolate? I was like, yeah, sure, that might be why. I feel like just in general, dark skinned women, to me, the skin tone, when they smile, they got like white teeth. When they smile, if they have white teeth, it's a beautiful contrast between the darkness and the white in their teeth. And just in general, like I've seen, which is wild, I've seen more brown skinned women with smooth skin than I've seen light skinned women with smooth skin, which is probably weird as shit. But I don't know, it's something about having brown skin or having darker skin that attracts me to them. Also, when I was younger, just to put this out there, not that I like suffer from self-confidence, but more than likely, I was more likely to get attention from brown skin or darker skin women than I was from light skin women. All the light skin women were attracted to my boys, and all the brown skin women were attracted to me. So it probably grew from that.
Was this your do-rag days?
No, this was long before my do-rag days. This is my PT head days. This is back in grade school when I wasn't wearing no type of thing. I didn't care what my hair looked like. I barely took a shower back then. But kids in general weren't clean back then. So, I don't know about that. When you were a kid, were you taking showers daily?
I was poor, so that's my excuse. I don't know what your excuse is.
Exactly.
I was actually poor, so.
So yeah, what? Off topic. I'm attracted more so to dark skinned women just because I feel like it's nothing wrong with having a preference for one, I will say that. But just in general, my eyes are more drawn to brown as opposed to caramel or opposed to yellow bone or red bone, whatever the hell y'all want to classify yourselves as. So that's why I prefer brown skin over light skin. Not saying there's anything wrong with light skin women. The last few girls I've talked to have both been light skinned, and there are,
because you changed.
No, there are women out there in general that are
left. Was it left or right when you're interested in somebody?
So it's right when you're attracted to somebody. So
right in them light skinned girls lately.
I will say, I don't know if it's like a ratio. I see more light skinned women in general than I see dark skinned women. So for me to see a light skinned girl is pretty average. You see a light skinned girl on an everyday basis. I don't see pretty dark skinned girls on the everyday basis. Not saying that every dark skinned girl is not pretty, but people in general, there's either ugly people,
Yeah,
or there's either ugly people, or there's light skin, or
the minute somebody feels a way about that. Oh, you think? No, nobody said anything about all. There are ugly light skinned girls. There are ugly dark skinned girls. It is what it is. There are ugly people.
There are pretty people.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
And so nobody is ugly because of their skin color. Period.
And one thing, like my sister,
fine ass dark skinned girl.
My sister is like pretty much the same. Like my real sister is pretty much the same complexion as me, and her and my ex both said that back when they were in grade school, they used to say like shit like she's pretty for a dark skinned girl. Or she's ugly for a dark skin, or she's just ugly in general. It's crazy because you'll say a dark skin girl is pretty for a dark skin girl, but you won't say that if she's ugly. You just say that she's an ugly girl. So exactly, people are
ugly
either
for
ugly.
A light skin girl.
Yeah, exactly. It could go either way. I can say somebody's ugly for a light skin girl, but that when you say stuff like that, when you say somebody's either ugly for a light skin girl, or you say that someone is pretty for a dark skin girl, that means that the rest of that color is the opposite of that opinion. So you're saying that if you're saying that somebody is pretty for a dark skin girl, that's saying that you compare or you say that every other dark skin girl is ugly. If you say someone's ugly for a light skin girl, that's saying that you feel like every light skin girl is pretty.
You know what else I noticed? A lot of times, a lot of dark skinned women might have self-confidence issues. Just because of growing up, like
exactly, that's what I was gonna say.
Again, so. Like a lot of the light skinned people, or kids, whatever, they get praised. You're so pretty attractive when they're kids.
You're pretty. You got good hair.
You don't get all of that when you
mix.
You got dark skin. Yeah. You sometimes, but not a lot of it. So I feel like a lot of those girls grow up having some type of self-confidence issues. So when you're dating somebody and you start noticing some things that like the insecurities or whatever that type of shit is, you're not attractive. You're not attracted to that. Like the dark skin girls that I was attracted to, they was confident. They was feeling themselves, and that right there that's sexy. That's part of the personality.
And it's a difference between being confident and being cocky, because I agree with you. I love women that are confident about themselves. They're positive about themselves, but they also are down. So that's another thing. Dark-skinned women, at least the ones that I've met, they're more so down to earth because they had that experience of being rejected when they were younger as opposed to light-skinned girls. So the light-skinned women that I've dealt with, or the ones that I've been rejected by in the past, not only were they confident, which is not an issue, it's the fact that, like I said, you feel like you're better than me because you are a different skin complexion than me, which is whack as hell. Like if you're confident, then be confident. Don't make somebody else feel, I guess, less than what they are because you have all this praise, or you've gotten all this praise throughout your entire life. Just honestly, just be a down to earth person, whether you're light skinned or dark skinned. Just be a down to earth person, whether you're white, black, Latino, Asian, anything. Just be confident in yourself. Be down to earth and be easy to talk to. Like don't be stuck up about yourself just because you look a certain way, because you feel like you deserve some amount of attention because you've been treated a certain amount of way or a way.
So pretty much in a few words, humble yourself, light skinned women.
Humble yourself
and be confident, dark skinned.
Be humble.
You know what I'm saying? So either way, but again, this doesn't apply to all of them, just a lot of them, because some of the stuff that we're saying,
it's the reason why the stereotypes are out there. Why they say light skinned women don't respond to text messages.
Like they say, two things can be true. So it does happen a lot. So I'm just saying. Like,
also, we don't want to come up as like sexist or anything, but it's just shit that we've dealt with or shit that we've experienced.
Observations and shit like that.
So
because
you can't blame us for experiencing things.
So, yeah, we're just talking about our experiences. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is what we experienced. This is what we've come across in our lives. So, yeah, that's it.
All right.
You think light skinned niggas are sissies?
Dudes?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that because Chris Brown's not a sissy, and Chris Brown ready to fight literally.
But he's ready to fight. Why? Because he's emotional. He gets bothered by everything that's said about him.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't have an opinion on light skin versus dark skin dudes. We'll get a female on here for that. I don't. Honestly,
that's dating shit though. I'm talking about like you think.
No, I'm saying like I don't have an opinion on people and on dudes in general. Like whether you're light skin or dark skin, I got light skin friends. I got white friends. I got black friends. I got light skin friends. I got dark skin friends. It don't really make a difference to me. Everybody, when put in the right situation, can act a certain way. Whether they're rowdy, I know dark skin dudes get the stigmatism from that because they're dark skin. When they sip on a Henny, they get aggressive and shit.
I've never heard that shit before.
No, they definitely because I've hung around a lot of females when I was in college. Like I was friends with them and shit, so they key me in on certain shit that may or may not have wanted to hear in the past. So yeah, evidently dark skinned dudes get aggressive when they get the Henny in the system. I think that might just be Henny in general, to be honest with you though, because Henny is a very aggressive alcohol.
The aggressive drug. Okay. Stay away from Henny, people.
And yeah, light skinned dudes get the stigmatism or do get that perception that they're soft or they cry a lot because they're light skinned. Because Drake is light skinned and he makes a lot of emotional. I think it more so stems from the music that you listen to or the music artists that you listen to.
But that stigma was going around before.
But where'd it come from?
Huh?
Where did it start from?
It's always been a comparison though. This is back between the light skin dark skin wars. That shit started a long time ago. So I mean, obviously, all black is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We're not really kind of trying to do that, but it is what it is. Some shit is true.
So all in all, Malcolm prefers light-skinned women. I prefer dark-skinned women. Nothing wrong with preference. I will date.
You used to prefer dark-skinned women.
I will date any skin, any skin as far as it comes to women.
I used to date every skin. Niggas engaged now.
Yeah,
so.
you're tied down to a light-skinned woman. On to the next topic for my boy Chris. Also because we had this on this topic on the topic. Topic on the doc to begin with. Being in the friend zone, man. How do you get in the friend zone? 2, how do you get out of the friend zone? And 3, how do you avoid being in the friend zone to begin with? Which I guess is also the same first question, which is how do you get in the friend zone? First of all, let's explain to people what is the friend zone. That should be the third one. What is the friend zone? That's what we're starting with. What is the friend zone?
Friend zone is when you are interested in a girl, but she only sees you as a friend or a brother and nothing more.
Oh, hey, bro.
That's it.
That's the person that comes to you for advice
about other guys.
Exactly, on other dudes. Like,
you know, there are some guys out there, like, you gotta throw subliminals at her. There's some guys out there who care. There's some guys out here who'll love you for you.
No, there are dudes out there that won't treat you the same way that this dude will.
I wish they was out there. Oh, they're out there.
No, they're definitely out
sometimes
there.
They're closer than you think.
Sometimes they're right in front of your face and you just don't even see it.
Sometimes they be on the phone with you at 8 o'clock at night.
So yeah, being in the friend.
Sometimes they buy you hot dogs when you starving. You know what I'm saying? And they go on their lunch break to bring it to you because you don't got no food. That's the person. That's the dude that's in the friend zone that is way too long.
That's really trying to get out of the friend zone.
That's the aggressive. That's okay. There's times when you accept the friend zone, and there's times you try to get out, and that's the aggressive exit. That's fuck that. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, being in the friend zone is being that person that's always essentially is being a best friend or a male friend to a female counterpart. So anytime that your best friend or your female friend has a question on relationships or just has to vent to someone, you're that person. So it's mainly the opposite sex that you get friend zone with if you're dating opposite sex, obviously.
Any sex for people who whatever.
If you're dating
friend
someone,
sex knows no sex.
If a female is dating a guy and the guy is their go-to for, if a female and a guy are in a situation where the female talks to the guy or lends information or asks information from a guy, that's the friend zone.
You know the funny thing about the friend zone?
I don't really want to get into the bisexual.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But
that different variations.
I've been friend zoned before. I don't mind, but I've also friend zoned people before.
Yeah.
I don't like the thing about it is I like to have female friends regardless because I value female friends way more than I value my guy friends.
It's always better to have a female point of view or perspective.
Right. All the time.
Because dudes only going to tell you what.
One thing, what you're used to. You know what I mean?
Dudes only going to tell you what pretty much you already know. So when you get a female perspective, so when it comes to relationships,
it helps ground you. It helps give you broaden your perspective because it's times where say you arguing with your chick, but you have a female best friend. And you trying to get some this chick is just tripping, and she tell you some shit from her perspective, and you're like, oh shit, I'm tripping.
I never thought of it that way.
You know what I'm saying? So I value my female friends way more because of that type of shit. So when I've been in situations where I was around a girl that liked me like that, and I didn't like her like that, I literally just kept it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be cool with you. I don't want anything else to come of it. So I have a lot of those, not a lot of those situations, but I have a lot of female friends, and some of those
that are
friends
genuinely
have been,
friends.
You know what I'm saying, have been interested in me or at some point before or whatever.
Yeah. It happens.
They the shit though.
There are some dudes out there that. So there's two different types of friend zones. There are friend zones where you don't mind being in the friend zone because you don't plan on having a relationship with the person that you're in the friend zone with. And then there are some dudes where they're in the friend zone, but they
want to get out.
Yeah, they wanted to be in the relationship with the chick that they're friend zone with, essentially. So the way that you get into the friend zone is, the way that you get into a friend zone is honestly being there for a person a little too often. So when that person has a question and you're always there or you're always dependent, don't.
But let me stop you right there though, because I don't necessarily think that's what it is. If they're not attracted to you, then that's where you're gonna be headed to off the rip.
True. Like
for women, they're gonna say there's no chemistry, but most of the time is they have to be attracted to you. A lot of times when they don't find a guy attractive and he's like really really cool anyway, friend zone. There's no chemistry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, there's no chemistry on her side of things for.
But they don't. But again, he doesn't. She won't even necessarily know because she doesn't even give her that chance. They cut it off in the beginning. So.
Dudes are weird though. Dudes don't get that. Dudes tend to not get hints. So even if she's throwing out all the hints out in the world out there, because she's still coming to him for information, he might think that. All right, bet she want my information because she value me because she like me deep down inside. Because dudes are delusional like that. If a dude is like when you have that mindset that a chick wants you whether she wants you or not, anything that female or anything that girl does is going to make it it's going to make it seem like she's doing this because
she wants the D.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she wants the D.
She keep asking me advice because deep down inside she know that I'm gonna get her real because she love me.
She's trying to go see Black Panther.
In all honesty, the shit don't make no sense whatsoever. But like I said last week, dudes are dumb, so we don't catch on.
They put that shit in their own head.
Catch on to that early. So what I will say, the way to get, I don't know if it's a way to get out of the friend zone once you're already established in the friend zone, but a way to avoid getting in the friend zone is honestly, don't. I mean, may sound like an asshole, but don't be as much of a friend.
No, I won't say that because there's times where that situation can flip and then they can end up together. But it depends on how much you value that person. If you like that person enough, you're gonna stick it out, whatever. But you're also not gonna wait for them. Don't wait for anybody. Do your own thing. If it's obvious that she doesn't look at you that way, but you still value her, then go dating or do whatever. Be a friend to her if you want to. If it gets too difficult where you can't be the friend anymore,
you gotta cut her off.
Then get it.
You gotta cut her off.
I have a friend who just kind of went through that situation. He was like really, he liked this girl a lot, and I think the girl liked his brother.
Damn.
So
damn.
Then he was like showing up to the gym. He's kind of a big guy. He was showing up to the gym with her and all type of shit.
Oh, gym buddies.
Oh, he's my bodyguard. Like that's what, bitch. Anyway, so he was showing up to the gym with her, and I think he just kind of reached his point. He tried to do that aggressive exit, and she was like, "No, we can't be friends no more." She kind of like just did that shit for him. Like, "No, don't talk to me no more," and she blocked him on everything. So.
I feel like
pick your battles.
I know you said you disagree with me, but I disagree with you. I feel like in order to get out, there may not be one surefire way to get out of the friend zone, but the way that I would approach it is if you're in the friend zone already, you may have to take a step back from being as good of a friend as you are, just so she'll get not necessarily a memo, but females are quick to catch on that once she realizes that you're not responding to her the same way that you were before. She may fall back, you will fall back, obviously. But once she realizes that she misses you, then that might bring her back to you in a different light.
But that also comes from dating somebody else. If you're dating somebody else, of course you're not going to be giving your friend that much attention. You're going to give it to the person that you're dating.
But you can just be out there prowling. You don't have to be dating somebody. You can just be out there prowling and doing. You can just be out there doing yourself and just making sure that you're good before you make sure that your friend is good. That's one way I would say of getting out of the friend zone. Another thing is.
Sometimes once you get, don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once you get in the friend zone, it's kind of difficult to get out of it.
I've been in and came out before.
One thing that I will say, if you're trying to avoid getting in the friend zone, make sure that person knows up front that you have feelings for her. I don't know how you go about doing that, but just make sure that the person knows that you're not here just for them or just for you to be their punching bag or their pillow to cry on or anything. To lean on, essentially. Make sure that if you have intentions on being with that person, that they know your intentions, or that at least at least that they know that you're attracted to them, essentially. Because some females are out there friend zoning people that don't even know that they're attracted to them.
Yeah.
So that's my advice to you, whoever you are out there, Mr. Friend Zone.
Friend zoned ass niggas. When I was in a friend zone, I literally I overcame my friend zone situation because I went into the situation wanted to pursue this person.
Right.
It didn't happen that way. We ended up
Did
just
you let
being
them know
cool.
up front that you were interested in it?
Yeah, for sure. And it just didn't happen that way. I don't remember what was said, but it just pretty much didn't happen that way. So we just ended up being cool, and I was okay with that. Like literally, I'm not the type of guy that tell something to twice. Like I get it, cool. I fall back, I start doing me because this is whatever. Life goes on, and I guess just being cool and just being, I guess, kept at a distance. That shit came full circle to the point where she was like, "Yo, I actually think I really like you a lot." And I'm just like,
There does come that situation where
I'm kind of dating somebody now. It's not gonna work. Friend zone, revenge. Friend zone, revenge, bitch.
there does come that situation sometimes where if you're in the friend zone long enough, if you're there for them long enough, if you are by their side, listening to their issues, helping them out along the way, eventually, if they're in a relationship and the dude that they're with is effing up enough, eventually that one time they'll lean on your shoulder for the last time, and then
Yeah,
that shoulder will be you on the couch with them, and that couch will lead to y'all making Whoopi. So there is a way to get out of the friend zone if you play the
Whoopi?
long game, but that's depending on somebody else effing up in the
Making Whoopi?
situation. Yeah, making Whoopi. It's a real saying. I don't know why people get mad at me for saying making Whoopi. You're not the first person to give that.
I don't think anybody ever says that ever.
Making Whoopi.
Nobody says that.
You know what making Whoopi is.
I've never heard that expression.
But you know what it is, though.
Nigga, I mean, you could use it in any context and it fit because nobody knows what it means.
You know what making Whoopi is.
No.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you on the couch.
I was in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? I put that potatoes right there. I put them collard greens. I'll make it Whoopi. Like, it can fit anywhere, nigga. It doesn't have a definition.
Exactly, but in this situation, you on the couch.
Context clues.
She leaning on you. She crying for the final time.
You know what I'm saying?
She crying. She letting you know that all the bad things that he did to her. She crying on your shoulder.
You was like, know what you can do to get back at him?
Like, I don't like him no more. He do all this shit to me. You the only.
You ever have a girl tell you, I want to find somebody like you? I want somebody like you. That's what I need, or some shit like that.
That's the worst.
Like, bitch, I'll punch you in the face right now. You want somebody
You want
like
somebody
me?
like me?
Like me, huh?
You like me.
Exactly like me, huh?
You mean like me, like me.
Oh, okay.
I know a person. I know somebody for you. This
There's a number.
Lay your head on your pillow. Lay your head on my pillow, which is my chest, and then we can make some Whoopi.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, all you friend zoning ass bitches.
Make Whoopi on the couch. All right, friend zone.
You know, a lot of times girls do that shit to boost their own ego.
What? Put somebody in the friend zone?
Yeah, light-skinned girls. Fucking, they evil, son.
Yeah, they
You know
are
that
evil.
meme? I seen that light-skinned girls throw all the souls at niggas they curve in their forehead. That's what all light-skinned girls
That's why they
have
got a
big
big forehead. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I know a lot of light-skinned girls with big old foreheads.
Let's move on. What we got?
Continue. I mean, I guess it's like a carry on from being in the friend zone.
Okay.
Is it possible, or would you say it's possible to be too honest because we're men? Is it possible to be too honest to a woman? I'll ask you.
Yes.
That's a yes too.
Absolutely yes.
But
You
tell me
never, like, you can tell somebody the truth without telling them all of the details.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I look at something.
Yep.
I can tell you that I went to a party. I can tell you that I was talking to people. I don't have to tell you that I was dancing with people.
I want to tell you, I was talking to a female.
Right.
Just talking
So you can, again, it's in me living out details, not me being dishonest. I told you the truth. I didn't tell you all the details. I think a lot of women think that, oh, you lying. No, bitch. I told you where the fuck I was at.
Told you exactly
what I was doing.
Told you exactly what I was, or
Because
what I was doing, and where I was at.
So because I didn't give you all the details, you feel like that's lying. That's not lying, ladies. That's not lying. So if you want details, ask specifically. Fuck, did you dance with anybody? Oh, I kind of did. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It's a party, yeah, of course.
Right. So
yeah, if I danced, then I danced with a person, and obviously it was a female because I'm not dancing with another dude.
it just has this. That just more so like your understanding of people. Like you know what's gonna get a reaction out of certain people. You know what's gonna bother somebody. So you're not gonna tell them all of the truth.
Exactly.
You can tell the truth.
That comes from knowing, like you said, it comes from knowing a person. It comes from being with a person for a certain amount of time, so you know what certain topics or what certain words or
things
things
if you're
that
dealing
come
with
up
an insecure
will,
person, you're not gonna
set
tell them
up.
that you're talking to
exactly,
a girl. No.
Exactly. It's a deal where, well, female. I mean, just to jump off topic for a second, females won't tell you what they're insecure about until you get a relationship with them and you figure out.
But then all girls are insecure about the same shit.
It's not necessarily if they're insecure. It's just that
they dealt with it in the past. It hurt them, and they're never gonna get over it.
They're more cautious.
They're never gonna get over it.
They're more cautious.
I honestly feel like that's bullshit. Like girls,
everything takes time.
You have no reason to be checking your guy's phone if y'all just started dating, unless he gives you a reason.
Unless you just got out of a relationship where the dude was cheating, and
every time you check his phone. If you just got out of a relationship. And then you're in a new one. You shouldn't be there.
But it's natural though. It's natural to compare. It's natural to compare the person that you're talking to right now to the person that you, especially if it's fresh. It's natural to compare the two together just to see if there's any similarities between the two.
I don't agree. The way I look at it is how it makes you feel. If you're with somebody that makes you feel good about you, then go for it. Like if you feel that you're with somebody for the wrong reasons. I.e. meaning that you attracted to this person and there's nothing else there, then what the fuck are you there for? Like, I think a lot of people are too gung-ho about having a fucking, what do they call it, trophy piece. They want somebody that looks good, but that's it. Like, a lot of women have no personality. Like, I don't care.
No, that's a lie. A lot of women out there do.
A lot of attractive women
have great.
There's a lot of attractive women
in general have great personality.
A lot of attractive women don't have personality. I'm being real. Like, there's times where you can, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of going off the last podcast, but it's times where you can, you try to hold a conversation and it's just fucking dead.
Right.
Girls want to text all day.
And then when they text, they don't have a response to you. Like we talked about last week, they hit you with a short response. They hit you with an okay. They hit you with a K. They hit you with a KK, which is the most annoying text message you can ever get.
Just now.
Because you cannot build off of anything when somebody hits you with a KK. I think that's why females do that too, because like I said, I have a lot of female friends where they've told me that they send KK just to actually stop a conversation with a person, which is, one, if you want to stop a conversation with a person, then hit them with a KK. But if that person is genuinely trying to get to know you and they want to have a conversation with you, and obviously you were attracted to them enough to give them your number, don't blow them off just because they might have said one thing or just because you don't feel like talking to them for a few seconds. The KK, without the extra K, which is a completely different thing. The KK text message is the most annoying thing you can receive from a female because there's no way to build off of that. You got to start more annoying. You got to start a whole another topic.
You know what's more annoying than that?
With a KK.
When they hit you with O.
Oh.
No, they hit you with O.
Oh, that's the African shit. Oh.
That's Haitian.
Haitian shit.
No, but when they hit you with O. Like what? you ever type, like a little more than one sentence, maybe 2 or 3 sentences to a girl.
This is what you gotta do if you want to have a conversation. Yeah.
And they all
right, so I literally just sent you. I sent you a life story, not even a life story. I sent you a situation where I needed a response, and you hit me with an O. What the fuck am I supposed to do when they with somebody. That O? I
feel like when I do that, they kind of with somebody at the time. That's usually how I feel about it.
It could just be a thing where they just don't want to be.
Yeah, but again,
which is annoying as hell too.
That shit is annoying, bro. Like that goes back to the whole thing. Like a lot of women are vain, man. They're only gonna show interest in people that they're interested in physically. Like a girl be putting on for somebody they're attracted to. Like they'll be the ones doing that type of shit. Typing paragraphs. Yeah. Or when the tables turn, when they're not
literally tell you as
attracted to the guy.
Hour by hour.
You know what I'm saying? They that whole superiority complex kicks in and just yeah.
Yeah, we do a good job of getting off topic because the topic was: is it possible to be too honest to a woman? And you didn't answer that. I will say it is. I'm pretty much going to repeat you. It is possible to be entirely too honest to a woman. Like we said, there are certain things that will set a woman off, that you'll tell her the truth, but you won't tell her those details to where it's not necessarily lying. It's just protecting their feelings, which if you're in a relationship, you want to do. It's stuff that you do as a parent or as a child of a parent or as a child too. You protect your parents from knowing the entire truth because you don't want them to worry about things. The same way, you don't want your significant other to worry about things, so you alleviate or you leave things out of the story that you wouldn't necessarily tell to them, that you might tell to your boys, but because those
certain cause problems and niggas avoid problems.
Yeah, especially if it's something where it's not a big situation. I'm tired of generalizing women, but we're two dudes. Women do this thing
Listen,
where
we're gonna have some female guests
where they take like a small situation and they expand that to something that you never thought in a million years that they could have blew it up to. So in order for us to avoid that, we'll alleviate some of those conversations. So that way, once we know what sets you off, I know you're trying to show me, so I can't see it right now.
Can't read us off?
No, once we see what sets you off, we'll know exactly how to tell you a story, what to tell you about that story, and you should give us the trust that we are not doing anything wrong because we're alleviating situations. Right. We are completely, first of all, men don't cheat in general. So us
black men don't cheat.
No, black men don't. Us too. We definitely don't cheat.
We're faithful black community.
If words are coming out of our mouth, you gotta take it as truth. We're trying to protect you because we know nothing happened, and we don't want you to think that anything happened. So if we don't give you the entire story, it's not because we don't want to tell it to you. It's because we know nothing happened. It's no reason to.
And we're trying to protect your feelings because a lot of times small details might get under your skin, and we don't want to get under your skin.
We don't want to get under your skin. We love you.
You know,
light skin and dark skin women alike. We love you with all of our heart. So.
Kiki, do you hear me? Do you love me?
Kiki,
are you riding?
You love me. You are riding. You're with us. Tuned in to the No Refunds podcast. You know what I'm saying? All right, on to the next topic. So we love everybody. On to the next topic, which I want to get your opinion on because we have gone to many a strip club together, but they've all been in Jersey. 50 Cent was caught taking money back from a stripper, like literally off the floor, picking dollars up and putting it back into his duffel bag, I'm assuming, or like his trash bag. Because for some reason, rappers like to go to clubs with trash bags of money and then throw into that females, which is a representation of how they feel about you if you go to a strip club. What is proper strip club etiquette? Obviously, we're not balling on the budget that 50 Cent is balling on, but
hell no.
When you go into a strip club, what's the guidelines that we should follow, or what should we be doing to make sure we don't end in this situation where we gotta take our money back from a stripper?
First, let me just say that 50 Cent is a real nigga for that. Because you can't just go to a strip club and take your money back. That's some real nigga shit right there. But so I think we kind of need a stripper's opinion. But my personal opinion is,
I know a girl that stripped one time. I know a girl that stripped 2 times.
Okay,
they're 2 completely different girls.
I'm happy for you.
One of them lives from around here, so I might be able to. I don't know how well she is at
talking,
saying words.
Anyway, I'm gonna treat this. I'm pretty much treat it like it's any other situation where you're dealing with customer service. If you provide good service, I will reimburse you for your service. I will fucking give you good compensation for your service. If you're giving me poor service, I'm going to repay you as such. Like, don't come to me bullshitting. Don't come to me with a fucking attitude. Don't, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that you don't do. It's me that you want the money from. So you need to do what you need to do in order to get that. You don't just get it from bullshitting. Like, I've seen this one chick in the club. She was doing the laziest fucking twerk in the fucking world, and she was getting mad that nobody was tipping her. Nobody's gonna tip you.
Because you don't have that energy to you that you want to get tipped.
Right, you need to be
you actually want to be there. You want to make you want to make that pole like your whole dancing. That's your life.
You trying to pay your bills.
That's your life, right?
You trying to pay your bills. You trying to fucking go to Dubai. No, actually, girls be getting flown to Dubai by them.
Must be.
We know what it is. We know what it is.
Wish it was me.
We know what it is. The real reason y'all going to Dubai. Anyway, like, we know, like, y'all need to show up. Like, y'all can't just be out here bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? So I'll tip you all the money I got if you deserve it. If you don't deserve it, I'm just gonna ignore you.
I will say to all my fellas out there, when you go to a strip club, do yourself a favor of not making eye contact with the stripper for too long, or try to avoid eye contact altogether, because once she sees you make eye contact with her, it's a wrap. She's going to be headed in your direct. If she's a good stripper, she's going to be heading your direction.
Oh, man.
You will receive a lap dance whether you ask for it or not. You better make sure that you tell her whether or not you want to get a lap dance, because if you get a lap dance and you don't pay her, then your ass is in some hot water.
They mad at you too.
Hot water. They might go to bounce on you to get kicked out of the club, Uncle Phil style.
They're good at reading that body language too. I've seen a stripper I'm over here just checking the scene. This girl, like, on the corner of the fucking room, saw my eyes. I'm actually like, oh shit. Like,
it only take a second for them to be.
Once they see, oh, they coming.
They start doing a Birdman
yeah,
run.
Listen,
they walk over to you.
Those
I'm on the floor. I'm not on the pole no more. I'm straight for you.
Let me just be honest, all right? There's been times where I didn't have a lot of money, so we wouldn't, I wasn't able to tip as much as these niggas be out here tipping. So look, bro, I had a chick snatch money from me before. Shit, oh my god.
You know what's odd is like, well, not odd, but it's crazy that some strip clubs have a minimum fee for a lap dance, whether you ask for it or not. And it's like, you may charge $20 for a lap dance, but I didn't ask for the lap dance, and I only got $15 on me. So
what you want to do?
That's on you. You either take this money or I keep it in my pocket and throw it to the next girl.
Son.
I think at the time we went to Vandy Granda that shit happened. Like, you came over here to dance with me. I didn't ask you.
Yeah, that's how they do.
I may have tried to stop you. I don't remember. I was intoxicated, but you danced on me.
They walk around. I think they spot. They know who's not like used to being there from their body language. Yeah. I don't give strippers enough credit. There's a lot of psychology that goes to that type of shit. They read a nigga's body language. Oh, he not used to being here. They think like he might got a little bit, a couple dollars on him.
Rookie.
Yep, exactly what it is. So they come, they spot you, they come dance with you. And you got it. You can't do nothing but tip. Like a lot of niggas, I've seen niggas who don't tip. They'll have a whole bunch of money in their hands. They just don't tip. I'm like, yo, I can't do that. I swear to God, I cannot do that. Like I just feel responsible now.
They actually have an ATM in the strip club too. So
and that shit like fucking $10
for
take out money.
So yeah, another rule to go into a strip club: make sure that you have dollar bills, whether it be 20s or 50s or 100s. Make sure you got dollar bills before you go in there, because the ATM fee is out the asshole. So, or
just like you need to make sure you have enough money, because we went in there with a certain amount of money.
Actually, now that I think about it, you can continue your story after this, but now that I think about it, even if you, because the way that I was going to say is that you go into the strip club, you make sure you got dollar bills on you, and then
They got dollar bills there.
Well, not dollar bills, $20 bills, $30 bills, $20 bills, $50 bills, $100 bills. Make sure you give that to the bartender. But the bartender, even if you're not having a drink, they still take out a fee for them to process all that money and give you all the ones back.
Not really.
Sometimes they do, which is annoying as hell.
But yeah, buy a drink, but...
yeah, they make you buy a drink in order for you to get ones back.
I'm trying to get drunk anyway, so I don't mind that.
So that might be another rule. Make sure you don't go... Well, make sure you go into the strip club with a little bit of alcohol, but make sure you're ready to prepare to buy some liquor when you're there, because that's the best way to get your money's worth out of the $20, $50, $100 bills that you got there. You can continue what you were saying. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I forgot, nigga.
Damn it.
I mean, I guess more to the story, nigga. If you go into the strip club, you gotta like. It depends on what you're going there for. If you want to blow all your money within the first 30 minutes.
I'm going to see titties and ass.
Okay, but
at strip club.
Listen, they're gonna spot you. They're gonna know you're a rookie. Don't make eye contact with no strippers.
If you can, wear a hat.
Don't make no eye contact, because they gonna spot you, rookie. They got his ass, and they gonna come and you gonna blow all your money.
Yep.
I had strippers line up before.
John Q.
One
style.
finished, another one, the next one. I'm like, God damn it! All the money was gone in like 30 fucking minutes. I was ready to leave. So if you're trying to be there for a little while, enjoy the scenery. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no eye contact.
Also, unless you balling like
These
you got
rappers.
money and you willing to pay however much you have to pay in the strip club, make sure you go into the strip club with a certain amount of money in mind that you want to spend, and stick to that. Whether or not they try to force you to get some more money.
Oh, because they will.
Yeah. It's been times where me and you have gone to the strip club with $20 in our pocket, and we make sure we get 21s.
Let me just clear. Listen, bro, we was broke college kids, all right?
You got to break that down mathematically. You got 21s. It might be 4 dances in there that you actually want to talk to or get a dance with. That's $5 a piece. If you feeling the girl enough, you might give her 10. That leaves you with $10 more. You got 2 extra bitches that you could dance with. Make sure that after them $10 is gone, either you looking at your phone for the rest of the night, or you bouncing up at the club. Because even if you stay on your phone for a while, if you're not buying drinks, they'll try to kick you out.
I've never tried to make it. I never had that happen to me.
Well, yes, because you spend money there, obviously.
Yeah, for the short 30 minutes that we be there. So I have the story that I'm not very proud of, but I'm gonna tell it anyway just because it's the No Refunds podcast. So
fucking in the champagne room.
I went to the strip club. I didn't have a lot of money on me. To be honest,
How much?
I had like $10 on me.
Okay. That's two whole dances.
I spent $4 on a drink. Right?
Yikes.
I had $6 on me for the rest of the night. Right. I was recycling my money.
Yikes.
So for anybody who doesn't know what that means,
I was about to say, how do you recycle?
This is a
money?
A broke nigga trick, right? So what you do is
What you put on
you
string?
throw the money straight up in the air. That shit comes right. That shit falls right back down in front of your face. You pick that shit up. You do it again. I did that shit for an hour and 15 minutes before they caught on. Once they caught on,
Hey, excuse me, sir. Come here.
I made my exit.
We seen you. We seen to you.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of
We're
here.
gonna need all them $6. We're gonna need all that.
Yo, listen. I recycled $6 for a fucking hour and a half. I was broke, man.
Hey, man, if you able
I
to
was
get away,
21.
if you able to get away with it,
It was my
then
first
more
experience,
power
man.
to you. To be honest with you, if I could do it, I would too. But it's something in my conscience where once I spend all that money, I either gotta hold them or fold them. You gotta hold on to your money. You gotta leave the
No
strip
one
club.
to hold them. No one to fold. Listen, like I said, I'm not very proud of that story, but
Hey man, it
it
happens.
shit happens.
It's not who you are anymore. You're past
I
that.
don't know. I might still.
So, proper strip club etiquette. Make sure you go in with the mindset of how much money you want to spend.
Or have that money on you already, and like you don't want to go over this because once you go to the ATM, you better reach in and get more money that you wanted to spend out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Don't make, if you're not balling, do not make direct eye contact with the stripper.
No. If you're a rookie, no.
No. And
Even if
three,
you go, oh, she look fire. She know. She knows she fire.
3, if you are a rookie, wear a baseball cap and make sure you turn it to the front, like John Q, to make sure that it doesn't that they don't attract your eyes. All right.
What else we got?
So on from strip club etiquette to one night stand etiquette. Obviously, you don't have to worry about that anymore. But when you are on a one night stand, whether you meet a girl say you meet a girl for the first time.
My bad, that's my son.
Nah,
Y'all.
we gonna edit it out. So
I'm gonna keep it in there. Fuck that. That's my son, y'all. It is what it is.
So you meet a girl for the first time.
Okay.
And y'all hit it off real nice, like to the point where you take her back to the crib, you take her back to the Airbnb, or you take her back to the hotel, and y'all have a good
Or
time.
your friend's crib.
And y'all make Whoopi for that night.
Nigga, you're not gonna make this a thing. This is not gonna be a thing.
Gotta make Whoopi.
No.
What are one night stand etiquettes? I'm trying to think whether or not you want to start before the night, during the action, or the morning before.
Okay, so I mean, I guess as far as the action, a dude is just trying to see what he can get. As far as he's trying to go as far as she'll let him go anyway. So there's not, I don't know if there's etiquette there. Just don't be too aggressive.
If you're trying to smash, don't be
too aggressive. Kind of like lead it to the water a little bit, but don't push it to the water.
Yeah, don't drown her.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess the times that I have had one night stands, it was more so we were just it was actually pretty easy. It was like
Jesus Christ.
It was really fucking easy. We talked a little bit. There wasn't very much talking, but you know, a lot of times when I'm face to face, I can give off my personality, so you can see that I'm funny and shit like that. Girls love niggas that's funny.
Not that funny.
I'm alright.
I've been around you in person. You're not that funny. You don't make
I'm
me
alright. Anyway.
Fuck you.
So
now during the action of having a one night stand is
there etiquette?
are there
Obviously you
certain
wanna have a
things
condom.
there are certain things that you won't do that you would do in a relationship. Obviously, like you said, condom. Would you go to town? Like, would you go downtown
Oh hell no.
on the one night stand?
No. Listen, if you go down on a girl during a one night stand, you a nasty nigga. You are a nasty motherfucker. Listen, you don't know what this girl might have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you just nasty.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you have a one night stand, you might as well give her the full experience. That way,
Listen, if you go down,
it depends on.
If you go down, you can't wear no condom, y'all. Like, you just nasty. Go down and then you're gonna put a condom on. The virus already in your throat, nigga.
Nah,
it's already in your throat. You're already dying. That's right.
You gotta protect the ding-a-ling now.
Nah, bro. You got herpes in your throat, and you over here talking about, well, I can't handle my dick. No, it's a wrap. It's too.
See, I'm a proponent of. I mean,
no.
never mind. I guess I've never had a one night stand, so I have had a 2-night stand where you meet a girl one night and then you F her on the second time that you meet her. So is that a little bit different?
Didn't we have a situation like that similar?
I've had multiple situations like that.
No, I'm saying like where we was in that hotel.
Oh, snap.
AC.
That wasn't necessarily one night stand because I didn't do anything with him. So
You went down on.
oh crap. Yeah, so I'm type of dude. Yeah, according to you, I must be a nasty nigga because
Nasty nigga.
I don't have any boundaries.
He is a nasty.
I don't have any boundaries. If I'm gonna give you the experience, I'm gonna give you the full blown experience. Fuck it, you get one time with me.
Mind
You
you,
get one time,
next,
you get the full thing.
That next week he had a sore throat.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I woke up and I was tired.
You had a sore throat the whole week.
It's just sleeping. So yeah, for me, if you're gonna have a one night stand, you got to make sure that it's it's weird if you want to have a one night stand. First of all, make sure it's someone attractive. In my situation, make sure it's somebody attractive.
Always gotta be somebody attractive. Sometimes, listen, they don't gotta be like, they don't gotta be ugly.
For me, if
But
you're
they
going
could
to
just be
go,
okay.
if you're gonna do everything with her, you got to make
Oh,
sure.
if you eating their ass out, like,
excuse me, sir.
listen, bro, you ate.
I haven't ventured in that territory yet.
You ate ass?
Jesus, no, I
You
haven't.
never-
That's
you
what
never
I said.
ate
I
ass?
said I haven't.
No.
No.
Would you?
Like my tongue has like slipped there once or twice, but it
Yeah,
hasn't.
you did.
No. Like I was in too deep and I was like, ugh, getting way too into it.
You let a great ass?
No. You said, have I ever? No. None of the girls I've dealt with that I've ever wanted to. So, boom, that didn't happen. Essentially,
I had a nasty girl before.
Was that a one night stand?
No, it was actually a relationship. It actually didn't. It was like
That's disgusting, by the way.
Listen, I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
But like she was looking at my ball, like she was sucking on my balls, and then next thing you know, whoop!
Wrong hole.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
no.
There's only one hole there.
Hey.
Yeah, and that's the wrong one.
Listen, I never talked about it again. We never talked about it between me and her. It was just like, we just didn't speak on it.
So when
She dated girls, something that was probably something she used to doing. Like, you know, when you date girl, let a girl do nasty shit.
But
She's bi, so it's like,
I would assume that girls' buttholes are cleaner than dudes' buttholes. That's just my assumption. That's
we was drunk too, so a lot of people when they drunk they do the nastiest shit.
a lot of people eat buttholes when they're drunk. Not me. So what I will say, proper one night stand. What?
I hate this. I hate one. I had a girl ass before sober.
How'd it taste?
I didn't taste. If you taste, you're disgusting. You can't taste it.
It's like groceries. That's a weird line, first of all, because groceries, until you actually unless you bite into the groceries.
What kind of groceries are we talking about?
Yeah,
because not all groceries are edible.
I don't know.
Not all groceries are edible.
Yeah, but you're only licking butthole, and if you lick anything, that doesn't really taste like anything, unless it's like a.
Unless you taste it, you know.
Now or later.
No,
Or,
it was like we had a
candy.
deal. It was like I eat it, then we do the anal. For some reason, this is like 10 years ago. Anal was like, oh, I gotta do it, and then once you do it, it's like, nah, I'm cool. I don't like it.
Are anals off limit on one night stand?
If I personally don't like it. I don't like to do anal to anal.
So is one night stand just straightforward
It's whatever you
penetration?
I mean,
For you, that's what I'm asking. For me, obviously, I'm a nasty motherfucker every day,
yeah,
so
I
everything's on the
I'm
table.
not eating no girl out if I just met you. It's just not my thing. Like
What?
I can't because I'm very paranoid. I'm a very paranoid person. I'm thinking the worst. This bitch let me fuck. She probably let mad niggas fuck. This bitch probably got mad diseases.
Definitely not the first one.
Yeah.
What?
When you start thinking you're the first one, like you start feeling yourself like, oh, girl said you that line. I don't usually do this. Yes, you do.
That's a lie.
You know you do this.
It's a goddamn lie.
All the time.
That's what they
Nasty
post on
ass.
Tinder and shit. Not here for hookups.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. You know what you're here for.
Definitely here for hookups.
Nasty
Yeah, otherwise,
bitch.
you wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be here.
You know exactly what you're here for.
Yeah, you know what you signed up for. You signed a contract. I saw you. I saw your name on the actual line.
You had a different bio before you put that too.
Lying ass bitch.
Mhm.
Lab.
Just nasty.
As far as after, I guess the morning after a one night stand goes. First of all, do they get to stay the night, or do you got to kick them out
It depends.
like the night of?
It depends. So there's a situation where I was at my boy's house, and
Oh yeah, they gotta kick out.
I didn't have a car. It was his car. He was asleep, so I was like, you gotta stay now.
Oh shit.
And I was sleeping on the couch, so she was sleeping on the couch with me.
Yeah.
Like we were on the couch together, uncomfortable because we just fucked. And it's like, all right.
Let's just cuddle here on this small ass couch
Yeah.
meant for one person, yet two of us are here right now. Okay, fair enough.
Other times it was like there were some dorm situations where it's like, all right, I got class in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Got him one of those.
There's some women that
there's women who get up and leave at
yeah,
home.
exactly.
Oh.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Heroes.
To you, you are the real MVP. If you know what the situation is, and then you hop up on your own free will, and then you leave the situation. Oh my God, I might call you back. This might be a second night stand and a third night stand. It might even turn into a.
Those be the ones.
Might even turn into some Whoopi, some consistent Whoopi.
It's not no fucking. There's never gonna be no Whoopi.
Consistent Whoopi.
So we gotta watch this Act 2, nigga. Is that I'll repeat a lot of Whoopi on this one.
Gotta get some part 2 action going on. If you're willing to leave, you know the deal. Like as soon as you call, you know I love that. Yeah, yeah. Make some Whoopi and then let's leave. I will say, as far as like me being a gentleman, it depends on where. I agree. It depends on where you're at and the person that you're with. If they came by themselves or if they drove to your spot, then
I gotta work in the morning.
You don't have to call them a ride because they got their own ride. I'm more willing to kick them out if they got their own ride because they got their own. So
you ever kicked a girl out before?
Have I ever kicked a girl out? Yeah, but it was back in the dorm days, so they only had to walk to their room. They had to drive 30 miles back home and shit.
Yeah, I'm too nice a guy that kicks somebody out like mean. I do it like the nicest way. I lie. I got class, you know. I gotta. Oh
yeah, you gotta dress it up. Yeah. I gotta.
You know
my dog died the other day. I gotta go visit his cemetery tomorrow. So yeah, I gotta leave in a few hours. If you want to get up out of here, I understand completely. Yeah, you gotta.
I think I was like mean.
Dress it up.
I mean kicked the girl out one time, and she was like turned on by it, and so that turned into like us fucking.
No bueno.
I was like, whoa. All right, bro, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. And she was like, what? No, and it just. One girl did that, no, and it just turned into this whole something else.
Yikes. All right, so.
Girl's crazy, man.
Proper one night stand etiquette. For me, do whatever you would do in a regular relationship.
Why is it a relationship?
Huh?
You just met this person. Why is it a relationship?
I didn't say it. No, I didn't say
why,
it.
Why are you treating them? So there's nothing special about the sex game when you're in a relationship?
No.
That's trash.
No, it's not. They don't know that shit.
Right.
They expect, or they don't expect it.
But that's the thing. You just meeting them. You don't got to do all that other shit like you got to see them again.
But I enjoy it.
Nigga. All right. Well, you...
Hey, man.
Y'all remember 2 podcasts ago? This nigga's throat was hurting.
We all finna die one day, so you might as well just make the most enjoyment out of it while you're here. So...
You don't got to speed up the process.
Proper one night stand etiquette for boy tonight is...
I'm not eating no box, and I'm wearing condoms.
Condoms and no box.
Although there has been times where I haven't worn condom. Because I didn't expect it to happen, but it happened.
So you weren't prepared, so you didn't have a condom on you is what you're saying.
No, there was like... Maybe two or three times where it was like I ain't had no condom. I had a lot on my stand, but
So you just as dirty as me.
No, it's only 2 or 3. But I get tested though. That same week, like I said, I'm paranoid. So
that getting tested thing is the most paranoid thing that you ever get. The waiting for the results is the most paranoid that you'll ever be. Because I had on one of my coworkers who doesn't work the coworker works and she's like a nurse. So she tested me for HIV and it said it takes about 2 minutes to get the results. So she tested me in the store that I was at. And then she called me over with like the meanest face, like you got something, nigga. I was like, I'm not going over to see you if you about to tell me some bad news.
And then if you call me over, and you have a bad look in your face, I'm leaving.
I was like, no, I'm quitting right now. But thankfully, she told me I was clean. And I was like, yeah, I'm not.
Why you look like that then?
I'm not exactly what I told her. Like, yo, you almost made me cry in the middle of the floor while I'm working. Why would you give me that look? Like, yeah, I almost quit the job that day. Thankfully, she said I didn't have anything. I'm good. I'm no longer having sex. I'm celibate until I meet that right woman that I settle down with. I am no longer having. Well,
you can't say celibate.
I'm no longer making whoopee with anyone.
Stop trying to make that a thing. Making whoopee. That's gonna be the topic of this podcast. You can't say you celibate.
No more making whoopee.
You can't say you celibate if you just on a drought. Is the difference?
No, I'm celibate.
So if this Tinder chick that you're talking to try to smash, you tell her no.
No. I'm not telling her no. I'll let her know that once we make whoopee, that's it. That you're wifey.
This is no motherfucking make a whoopee.
Once we make whoopee, that's it. You're my girlfriend from now on. There's no one night stand type situation. You mine. we get married.
So you
meet me at the altar in your white dress.
So you saying that when
we're not getting younger.
When you intend a girl smash,
well
you just gonna put her on you gonna wife her?
Yeah,
that's
she's going in my my Facebook profile. She's going on my Snap.
Why?
She's going on my Instagram. Cause it's it.
It's
it for me.
You tired of being single?
Yeah. No, I'm not tired of being single. I'm tired of looking. I don't want to look no more.
You have some people that you know.
Kinda,
you guys have people in the pocket though. That you know what I'm saying.
No, nobody in the pocket.
There's some people in the pocket that have that potential.
On to the next topic. Would you rather know?
Did they watch? Wait, do any of them watch? They subscribe? So
when it comes to relationships, right? Do you feel as though men should pay all the bills in a relationship, or do you think it should be a split deal where it's sometimes, as far as like rent goes, they pay half, you pay half. When y'all go on dates, you pay half, or you may pay for one date, she pays for the next date. What are your thoughts on my Obama shit? What are your thoughts on payments of bills in
I think it depends. I think it depends on the situation. I think if you are making the same amount of money, I guess it kind of only makes sense
to go halvesies.
Or just like say, all right, we're talking about, we live in New Jersey, tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. All these places, cost of living is very expensive. So if I literally can't afford all of it, then there has to be some type of middle ground, right? If I'm making more money, or if you're a stay-at-home mother, then absolutely I gotta pay for everything. Or if I'm making way more money than you, then absolutely I'm paying majority of the bills. But again, there has to be some type of, I guess, contribution. That's the way I look at it, because if we both work and we both make around the same amount of money, and I'm paying all the bills, and you're not, and you also are, because as a man, you also have to take a girl out. You also have to buy her things. If you can't afford that, because
you don't belong in a relationship.
You know what I'm saying?
If you can't afford a girl, you don't belong in a relationship.
But that's the thing, though. You can afford her, but you also have to pay all these bills. I got to pay all the bills, and I got to take her out. It's one or the other.
You either got to get a new girlfriend or get a new home.
So you feel like you should be paying all the bills?
No. Like you said, it depends on the situation. If you're making more money than the woman in the relationship, then if you're able to, then yeah, you pay for all the dates at least. If it's an equal income situation and you're living together, then yeah, definitely go half on the rent at least. And then whenever y'all go out, then it's one of those things where you gotta establish that up front though. So as far as like the dating thing goes, before you even move with somebody, when it comes to going on dates, you got to establish whether or not you're going to be paying for everything, if you guys are going to go half sometimes, or if it's going to be you pay for everything, she pays for everything type situation. So once you establish that, then you can move forward as far as knowing whether or not you want to live together, and then splitting the rent on that front, because living together is much bigger than just going on a date every now and again.
That goes back into compatibility. You want to see if you're able to live with somebody first. But
there are some chicks out there, and I've heard them.
That's a talk that you need to have with the person that you're with.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether or not, like, listen, okay, so this is the place that we want to look at. I obviously can't afford all of this, but together we can. So if you're able to, do that, cool. So again, there's a lot of people who disagree. They feel that men should pay everything.
Exactly.
But this is 2018, and this is the tri-state area. Niggas, if this is Georgia or fucking down south, yeah,
pay for everything.
You can pay for.
Got you.
I had an apartment for like $400 a month when I was living in Virginia.
Yeah.
That shit is not happening in New Jersey.
That's not happening
at all.
in Jersey.
So again, I guess that just depends on the situation. So I feel like, again, if the person's not comfortable with it, then they're kind of just like, all right, well.
And I've seen like a Facebook post of a woman that said that there is no reason why she should ever have to pay for anything. Like she feels as though if she's in a relationship, no matter what money they're making.
Okay.
If she's in a relationship, then the guy should be paying for everything. If you have that mindset, then make sure that you are with a guy that can afford you, essentially.
Right. You need to have a sugar daddy.
Yeah. Or not even a sugar daddy. It's somebody that's willing, that has money, or that's like a drug dealer or something, that's willing to
a drug dealer.
That's willing to take care of you no matter what.
That's the funny situation, because if you're dating a drug dealer,
if you don't, they're gonna call you a bum ass nigga for not having no money.
Right. So it's like, that's the thing, because women don't spend a lot of money on their men.
There are some.
There's some.
So there's some women that are out there that'll give a guy a pair of shoes, or for special occasions they'll buy things for him. But there are also some females out there that will do it just on the regular.
There's some, but they also.
I know a couple.
If you're living with them, that's not happening. Let me just say that. If you're living with them, that's not gonna happen. But a lot of times that, say if a guy is paying all the bills, and he's doing all the dates and everything, he has to have that much. He has to have enough money to do that. Period.
Correct.
Right. So if they're both working and he's paying all the bills, you're not necessarily clocking her pockets, but how is she contributing? Because I like my personal space. You know what I'm saying? My fiance knows this, but at the same time, like, I don't want to feel like I am taking care of somebody. Like I'm like another one of my kids paying for all your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
I've had that conversation with one of my exes before. Like, I don't mind when we go out. I don't mind paying for you when we go out on dates or when I take you out to places, but I want you to have that mindset to where you are willing to pay for me if you wanted to. If you come into the mindset like you don't want to pay for anything and you're never going to pay for anything, eventually I'm going to get annoyed with you to the point
that's
where
a mentality thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Those type of things spill off into other areas. Like it's like, oh, it's just dates. No, that shit eventually is gonna
adds up.
Other things, other avenues. It's like, yo, I can't do this shit. Like, you don't contribute.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times these small things can turn into big things. Like when you don't pay attention to them. So
it's a matter of equality. Like, it's not fair that I gotta pay for pretty much. No, I'm as far as like pay goes.
Okay.
It's not fair that I have to pay for you every time I go out, but you never have to pay for anything. You get to spend all your money on you, but I got to spend all my money on myself and you.
So, yeah, I understand that, and I feel that way to a certain degree. I don't mind paying when I go out if I'm the one who's suggesting it.
Yeah, right.
If you make plans, like, oh, we should definitely do this, or I want to do this with you, I'm assuming that you had this shit already established. You know what I'm saying? Don't invite me for me to spend my money, because then I feel set up.
I could have stayed home I
feel like I was set up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a girl who would do that shit. I'm like, oh, we should. Hey, listen, I want to take you to this restaurant or whatever. Okay. What did you say? Take me to this restaurant. I'm automatically thinking, oh, she want to treat me.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's dope. I get there.
Right, I got to keep her on my.
They get a check and she just like this. Get the fuck out of here. So, I mean, I guess it depends, though. Everything is just situational. It depends on the person that you're with, where you're at in your life, how much you're making financially, how much they're making financially. What do you guys agree on? Because there has to be some agreement. Because if you try to force somebody into a situation that they're not comfortable with, it's not going to work, regardless.
Right.
If they've been babied all their life, or they've been in a situation where their dad was taking care of their mother or whatever reason, and they feel like they want to have that same situation, or whatever the case may be, and they feel like, no, you're gonna have to pay for everything. If you agree to that, cool. That's more power to you.
But let that be known from the rip.
You have to establish that shit in the beginning, because when that shit gets ugly, it gets ugly. And on top of that, if I'm paying for everything, so this is my house, my bills, my food and refrigerator. If we ever beefing, I'm kicking you the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my house. Where you going? Where you going? You don't own half of this house. You know, you didn't own a lease. What are you doing? That's my point. Like, I feel like women, you should want to be able to be like, no, nigga, I ain't going nowhere. I own half of this house. So, again, it just, I don't know. It is what it is. I feel like that just should be established. That's just a talk that needs to happen. So I'm not against that. I'm not against going half on things at all.
Yeah, so we're on the same page when it comes to paying for things evenly. Like I said, like we said, depends on the situation, depends on the person that you're with, but you'll establish that before any of that comes to light. Yeah, make sure you establish that before any of that comes to light. That way, there's no misunderstanding later on down the line. You make sure that everything, as far as going out, you know the situation beforehand. That way, you're not arguing over something that could have been avoided a long time ago.
Arguments on Facebook be ugly as hell. This bum ass nigga.
Wow.
I'm a bum.
Right,
all the bills, and I'm a bum. No, fuck out of here.
Right,
you can't even. What they say, you can't even buy me a fucking $20 shirt. No.
Like, it was a post that I saw on Facebook. I think it was the same post I was referring to earlier, where a chick was like, so now that she sees her ex happy with another female, or just by himself, that now he has money to spend on himself. Like, where was that money when I was dating you? No, we had that money the whole time. It's just that we were putting that money into things that you weren't taking into account of. We were putting that money into dates. We were putting that money into buying you clothes or taking you out and getting gas money, everything like that. So now that we have that money to ourselves, we're able to splurge on ourselves, to treat ourselves. So it's not a fact that we don't have the money to take care of you. It's just that when we do take care of you, you don't see where most of that money is going.
That just goes to a lot of people being ungrateful.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got that out of the way.
A lot of light-skinned women are ungrateful.
Wow. Okay. I love dark-skinned women. He loves light-skinned women. So which is
all right, y'all.
Wow.
That was episode 4, 5.
I want another topic, man.
Nah, we good.
All right, man.
We can say that shit for next week.
I really want to get off my chest.
We might have a guest next week.
Special guest coming next week, maybe.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully. So until next time, make sure because this is a video, make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes.
iTunes, No Refunds Podcast. We're on Google Play, No Refunds Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hopefully, it's very important that you guys do. Let me just say that. YouTube.com/Boys2NiceTV. Very important that you guys subscribe to the channel because we have some new things coming other than the podcast. So just keep that in mind.
For the subscribers that we do have, we appreciate y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
We love y'all heavy.
Yeah, we will have y'all opinion on the show. We're going to do a thing where we're going to have requests from followers.
Just user interaction.
We get you guys, user interaction. Thank you. That way we get you guys on the show for supporting us. So we appreciate that. Until next time, I am Team Tommie, a.k.a. the Slender Black Man, a.k.a. Mr. Pickles. You are
Boy Too Nice, and that's all.
And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Peace.
Damn, what time are we at?
1:20.
Jesus Christ.